Question 2 of this exercise says, the coach of a cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls for 3900 rupees. Later, she buys another bat and 2 more balls of the same kind for 1300 rupees. Represent this situation algebraically and geometrically. So this question is very similar to the first question of this exercise. There are two unknowns or variables in this situation, and they are the cost of the bat, the cost of one bat, and the cost of one ball. So let's assume that the cost of one bat is rupees X and the cost of one ball is rupees Y. So X and Y are the two variables or the two unknowns in this question. Now let's read the problem statement carefully and convert the given information into linear equations in X and Y. Okay, so here's the first piece of information we have. The coach buys 3 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3900. Now 3 bats will cost 3x rupees because one bat costs x rupees, so 3 bats will cost 3x rupees, and similarly 6 balls will cost 6y rupees, and the sum of these costs should be equal to 3900. So we get our first equation as 3x plus 6y equal to 3900. Now the second piece of information says she buys another bat and 2 more balls of the same kind for rupees 1300. So another bat will cost x rupees and 2 more balls will cost 2y rupees, and the sum of these costs should be 1300. So we get our second equation as x plus 2y equal to 1300. So the given situation can be modeled as this pair of linear equations. The first one is 3x plus 6y equal to 3900. If you want, you can bring the 3900 to the left and write the equation as 3x plus 6y minus 3900 equal to 0. And similarly, the second equation is x plus 2y equal to 1300, or if you bring 1300 to the left, you can write this as x plus 2y minus 1300 equal to 0. So this pair of equations is the algebraic representation of the given situation. Now let's plot the two equations to represent the given situation graphically. So here's our axis with the horizontal axis representing x, which is the cost of one bat, and the vertical axis representing y, which is the cost of one ball. I'm using a scale of 1 unit representing 100 rupees on both the axes because this will make the lines easier to plot. Now let's go to the two equations and for each of them find 2 points which will lie on the which will satisfy the two equations. So the two equations are 3x plus 6y equal to 3900 and x plus 2y equal to 1300. So let's first plot the first equation, which is 3x plus 6y equal to 3900. So let's find out two solutions of this equation. So I'm drawing this xy table here, and we will take two values of x and correspondingly find the values of y. So let's take values of x and y which are easy to plot on our graph. So if I take x equal to 300, so let's see what happens. If I substitute x equal to 300 in the first equation, I get 3x or 900 plus 6y equal to 3900, and this gives 6y equal to 3000 or y equal to 500. So corresponding to x equal to 300, y is equal to 500. So 300 comma 500 will be one solution of this first equation. Now let's take another value of x. Let me take x equal to 900 and let's see what I get. So I get 3x, which is 2700, plus 6y equal to 3900, and this time this gives me y equal to 200. So corresponding to x equal to 900, y is equal to 200. So 900 comma 200 is another solution for the first equation. Now using these two solutions, let's plot the solution line for the first equation. So here's our graph. We got one solution as 300 comma 500, which is this point here, 300 comma 500, and we got another solution as 900 comma 200, which is this point here, so 900 comma 200. Now let's draw a line through these 2 points, like roughly like this. So this line represents the first equation, which is 3x plus 6y equal to 3900. Now let's go back to the equations, and now let's look at the second equation and find out two solutions for the second equation. X plus 2y equal to 1300. So once again, let's draw an xy table and take two values of x and find the corresponding values of y. So if I take x equal to 100, what do I get? I get 100 plus 2y equal to 1300, which gives me y equal to 600. So corresponding to x equal to 100, y is equal to 600 in the second equation. So 100 comma 600 is one solution of this equation. Now let's take x equal to 500. So what do we get as y? So we have x plus 2y, or 500 plus 2y equal to 1300, and this gives me y equal to 400. So corresponding to x equal to 500, y is equal to 400 in the second equation. So two solutions for the second equation are 100 comma 600 and 500 comma 400. Now let's plot these 2 points and then draw the line through them. So the two solutions we got are 100 comma 600. So 100 comma 600 is this point here, and the other solution we got was 500 comma 400, which is this point here, 500 comma 400. So interestingly, both these solutions lie on the first line, which means that if I draw the second line, it will be exactly identical to the first line. So in this case, the two linear equations are such that their lines are identical. So the geometrical representation or the graphical representation of this given situation is this pair of identical lines that we have drawn. Okay, with that, question 2 is done. To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.